top students, these are groups or categories of students who first trust me, who believes in my judgment, who are risk takers like myself. These are people who I see myself in them, and we have created somewhat like a coalition of like-minded people. We share ideas together, anything related to Adsense, whatever it is that, someone else knows that I don't know. Maybe how to get subscribers, how to get watch time, new ideas, because we put our minds together, we experiment on things, and then we talk about it, right? So it's very important for you to understand that comes with a perk. Now, not everybody that is my student is actually a top student. I'm somewhat of a nice person. I don't know, I wouldn't call myself that, but then I sometimes get so lenient with my courses. Now, not all of my courses, but then some of them. So let's say you paid me particular amount of money that is not equivalent to the actual price. So let's say cost that is what $1,000 US, and then you reason with me that you want to pay me 500 because that's what you have at the moment. Now I can say, okay, you know what? There are two parts to this course. I am going to give you the first part, and I'll give you full access to all the things that you need to know. Or sometimes I say I'm going to give you the course, but then because you did not pay the full price for it, you cannot be in the same group as someone else who paid the full price for it, right? So I have some people who, let's say, they made a little bit of commitment for personal reasons. Most of the times it's simply because they don't have the funds to. And I understand because I've been in that situation before. But then I always make sure that I let you understand that you're not going to get the full package. It is cheating to those people who have invested more than you. And it is also unfair on my part. I cannot put you in the top student group where we rehearse and rub minds together and think together whilst paying half of the price. Something would be different about you. You wouldn't fit in. Yeah. I've experimented it in the past. It just cannot work. But then if you have students who strive, they don't have all the funds in the world. They are not the most richest, but then they believe and they know that this thing, they must get it. They are hungry, to become something with the knowledge that I am sharing, that they can also share. Of course, they have to be given special treatment. And that is why I have a group that is very secluded. We are not so much. In fact, I specifically said I don't even want a lot of people. At the same time, not everybody who paid the full price is also on the group. Because I look at your mind. This is me now. This is my choice. You cannot talk your way into becoming a top student. You cannot pay your way even to becoming a top student. I look at your mind, I look at how you think, I look at the way you solve problems. And all of these things make me say, okay, you know what? You are worthy of being a part of this group. You are somebody who is very adventurous. You are somebody who is a risk taker. You are somebody whose mind thinks ahead of time. Because those are the kinds of people that I would like to have around me. Not people who are whiny, who are constantly having unnecessary issues, who don't know how to follow instructions, who don't know how to communicate. Very importantly, communication is key. A lot of people do not know how to talk. You don't just come up to me and you assume that, you can just talk to me anyhow. I might be lenient to a certain extent, but then not everybody would be. And it is wrong for you to just go ahead and you speak to anybody however it is you deem fit, and then you expect me to give you equal attention as I would to somebody who is much more calm, who is much more patient and level-headed with me. So it's just a matter of understanding, and you can't just cheat your way through life. I've come to realize that I often make reference to the fact that there was a time where I had nothing. I was a nobody in this Adsense world. Possibly I'm still somebody who doesn't know so much, yeah? But then before I was able to get to where I have gotten to right now, with my little knowledge, I had to be humble to gain it. I had to take risks to gain it. The last 500,000 naira that I had on me, it seems like a lot of money, but then I had plans. Of course, you cannot have 500,000 naira and not have plans for it. I had plans. I took risk, right? But I knew I had to be humble. Okay, I've given you my money. I just have to calm down and listen to every single instruction that you give. Most of my students, I'm talking about the top student now, who have followed my instructions, they have never gotten their account banned. Never. Right? But then in the moment you begin to do anything contrary, because I buy Adsense account like it's, I don't even know what to use to qualify. Like it's recharge card, because I have to experiment for this purpose. I get Adsense account blockages. Like, I don't even care anymore. I just laugh about it and I move on. I get to correct myself about the mistake or the error that I made. Right? So if I've passed through the process of getting numerous accounts banned, numerous of accounts cancelled, why should you go through the process again? Why should you jeopardize your account? When I tell you to do something, just do it. If I say follow this step, simply follow it. Now, if I ask you to follow a step and then maybe something bad along the line happens as a result of the step that I said you should follow, I would take responsibility and I would take the blame. But then the moment where you begin to let your greed come in, the moment you begin to let other ideas come into your head, that you forget my instruction and then you get your account banned, I am not responsible. And I often make this very clear, right? This RPA system is a new phase. If you are my student, you know what I'm talking about. We have been able to unlocked a door. This door has unlimited access. Imagine having access to 500, 1,000 devices from one computer. That has always been the problem. All of you who are my students who are following me right now, you always think about how you can get multiple people, multiple devices to access your account and then click ads for you. That is the same concept of the RPA. We have been able to create a system that is capable of automating whatever process you tell it to do. So open a device. It's going to open a device. Open your website. Scroll down and read pages like a human being would. After you spend some time on the page, I want you to then go ahead and click on advertisement. And then you get clicks. Now we use cookies. We use proxies, we use user agent, we use so many of these parameters to help us to be able to achieve this, right? And that is why our RPA system is successful. So if you want to come to me, if you're interested in my software, I can call it mine now because I have remodeled it. I have contracted people to remodel and remodel and remodel. Now everything that is there right now is somewhat two of my own knowledge, of my own idea. I said, let's do it like this. Let us do it simply because I've gathered the experience that I've been able to have over the years with Adsense to be able to create this RPA, right? So I can call it mine. Previously, I couldn't call it mine, but now I can, right? So if you're coming up to me and you want to buy my software, my traffic system, you have to come to my level, right? My level is simple. I'm not asking for much. Don't come with unnecessary pricing. That is number one. Number two, don't be a bad negotiator. You might not have the money, but then don't make baseless negotiations with me, right? Be serious. I know how much I pay. I don't want to say it, because I've said it so many times. I know how much I paid to purchase the script. I know how much I've paid developers to improve the script, right? So if I sell at a particular price that you think it's high, then I don't think you should be around me, because I am selling 1/10. So let's say I bought everything for about $3,000, right? Everything plus the developers and everything. And I'm selling to you for 350, 400, 500 US dollars. That's just a little bit over 10% of the amount of funds that I put inside of the entire development. Now, I know myself. I know I have people who I need. I'm not looking at recovering my money at a stretch, like at a go. No. I'm a man of process. I know things will work along as time goes on. And then, the final advantage of being a top student is that you get update, you get secret. One of the perks of being an Adsense facilitator is that I get a lot of free things, a lot of free ideas from students. There are loads of people who knows a lot of things more than I do, right? So they come to me and they tell me, oh boss, have you heard of this? Have you tried this? And I inquire more like a student who is ready to learn, because in this Adsense world, we are constant learners. I see myself as a learner. I don't think I'm above any single person that is listening to this right now. So I get a lot of free things. Somebody can just send the free software my way. I've had that numerous of times. Oh boss, test this software and let us see how it works for you for free. All of those softwares, I give it to my students for free. My top student will attest to this. I'm not making this up. So your goal is to strive to be a top student, right? Be cool-headed. The advantage that we have is that we are more than one who's gone in for the same goal. It's difficult to run the race alone, but then when you have people with like minds who want to achieve the same thing that you are planning to achieve, it's way more easier. So thank you for listening. I really congratulate you for listening to this particular moment. I know this is quite long, but I just had to get this off my chest so that we can keep moving. All right. Thank you very much. God bless.